Are you in huge debt right now? If you are, then you know it's not a good feeling. It's like being in a deep hole and trying to find a way out. It's very stressful in the sense you always feel you're not in control of your money, and your money controls you. In this video, I will share with you the tips I have used that have helped me pay off my debt and take full control of my financial life. And with that being said, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Economic Lifestyle, where today you will learn the tips I have used to live debt-free. Understand, all these tips require sacrifice and will require you to be driven and motivated to reach your goals. Nothing comes easy in life, but it will be worth it, trust me. Let's move on to the first tip. Start a budget plan. Now I'll be honest, this is the one tip I did not do, but I wish I did, because I know I would have paid everything a lot more faster. How you do this is, for one full month, track your expenses, then divide them into categories in terms of like groceries, mortgage, rent, gas, miscellaneous stuff, like going out for dinner, movies, you name it. After you do that, you add up all those expenses that month, and it should give you a rough estimate of how much you spend every month. And then after that, you get an estimate of how much you make per month. And by how much you make, I mean after taxes. After that, you simply subtract how much you make with your estimated expenses that month. And then you see how much you have left with everything. What this does is it keeps you accountable on where your money goes. This is you taking control of your money in terms of finding out what areas from the budget plan categories you could save extra cash instead of spending. The point of a budget plan is for you to find that extra cash by eliminating or decreasing a certain category from the plan. It could be eating out less, going shopping less frequently. Overall, there's just so many unnecessary expenses we are blinded by. And these expenses add up and eat up so much extra cash we could have used to pay our debts. A lot of people won't realize this unless they start a budget plan, which will then open their eyes to categories they can save money instead of spend money. If you don't feel like handwriting a budget plan, there are apps out there that do it for you. A good example is the EveryDollar app, which is a free app and can make your budget plan within less than 10 minutes. Before we continue, I want to let you know this video is not sponsored by EveryDollar app. But in all seriousness, there should be no excuses why you can't make a budget first, my friends. On to tip number 2, which is living below your means. This is a tip I still live by and will continue to do for the rest of my life because it has saved me so much money. This is a great tip to follow from the budget plan. The first step to this you've already completed, because you know the estimated amount of money you make after taxes after doing the first tip, which was the budget plan. Now you start cutting off meaningless expenses like eating out every week to maybe once every 3 weeks or once a month. And also, if you're part of a dual family income, this is where you and your significant other both work and you both live off your combined income. Instead of doing that, how about you try to just live off one of your income? Now just stop and think for a second. Just how much more money both of you guys can save if you just use one of your incomes and you're able to save the other one's income. Now that's a lot to pay off your debts. And stop buying brand new cars if you know you're still in large debt. I just don't understand that one. Bottom line, don't spend more or even the same amount you make on an annual basis. Here's a good example. If your household income is $60,000 annually, after all taxes deducted of course, you should try your best to live off on at least $30,000 to maybe $35,000. Now imagine what you could do with an extra $20,000 to $25,000 and how much of that debt you can actually cut down. This may seem like a hard task, but if you subtract the expenses mentioned earlier, all that money adds up, and before you know it, you're saving a lot more than you thought. Remember, my friends, this is not living within your means. We are in huge debt, so we are taking it a step further and living below our means to defeat debt. And with that said, we can now move on to the third tip, which is the debt payoff plan. In my case, I use what was called the debt-snowball method. This is where you pay your debts in order of smallest amount to largest amount. You pay all your minimum payments on all your debts except the smallest one. Whatever extra cash you get after your expenses, including the cash you got from tips 1 and 2, go to your smallest amount. This is how it works. Check this example out. Let's say you have 5 debts to pay, and we will list them from smallest to largest. I learned this from financial expert Dave Ramsey, by the way. The reason this worked was because the smallest debt is the easiest, and once you finish it, you get some confidence and you gain momentum to take on the next battle. Think of these debts like a battle. Once you win one battle, you're more prepared to take on another one, and so on, which makes it a snowball effect. After you finish that debt, the next one becomes the smallest one. And you do the same thing all over. You pay the minimum plus extra, while the other larger debts, you keep paying the minimum. And eventually that battle will be won, and you move on to the next one. And then the next one. And eventually, no more debt. Moving on to tip number 4, sell your items for cash. This is probably the easiest of them all. I'm sure everyone has something they don't use anymore at their home. It could be clothes, furniture, utensils, you name it. So why not sell it? Get some cash out of it. Have a garage sale. Go on Craigslist or eBay. There are so many ways you can sell items nowadays. The whole point, my friends, you can get extra cash no matter how little. Remember, we are in debt, and every single dollar you can put towards it adds up. Tip number 5, increase your income. The math is simple. You earn more money, then you can pay off your debts a lot faster. Ways you can go about this: ask your current job for a raise. What's the worst that can happen? Or try to get a promotion with a higher salary. If that doesn't work, you can try looking for a part-time job or a seasonal job that you can do until you pay off all your debts. If you love kids, maybe do babysitting on the weekends. Or if you don't mind driving, how about drive for Lyft or Uber? Or mow lawns for your neighbors? The point I'm trying to make is there are ways to increase the extra cash you can get to pay off your debt. It's just how willing are you to go the extra mile to do it. Remember, I said this would take some dedication and sacrifice. The decision is up to you. How far you're willing to go. These tips help you no matter how much debt you have. If you're watching this video, then I know you're interested in living a debt-free life, and you are well on the right track. I hope I help you stay motivated to reach your financial goals. And I want you to know, I believe in you. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe for more financial animations and tips, and hit that notification bell button for me, please. Comment, tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!